into the club, sees me like a heat-seeking missile, and comes directly towards me. And he says, yo, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to never write about my band on your website again. Right in my face, he was saying this. Very aggressively. I was not wanting or trying to antagonize him. So I say, okay, I'll try. He's like, no, I need you to never write about my band on your website again. He's like this close to me and screaming. And I was like, listen, I can't make any promises, but I'll try. Then he says, why are you disrespecting me? Why are you disrespecting me? And I was like, I'm not disrespecting you. And I did the whole spiel again that I gave Fergie. But it was honest. I told him, listen, I love what you did with the Pussycat Dolls. I love the work that you also did with Fergie's solo album. He's like, you need to respect me. And at that point, in my mind, I was like, you know what? I am not going to let this man intimidate me, which he was clearly trying to do. And that was the reason he came seeking me out. I am not afraid of him. And I was saying that in my head. And I told him, you know what? No, I don't need to respect you. I don't respect you. And that's when I made the split-second decision that I was going to say what I thought was the worst possible thing that thug would ever want to hear. As I was standing my ground without being violent or physical, which I would never do. I told him, and you know what? I don't need to respect you, and you're a fag. You're gay, and stop being such a faggot. And then I knew it was going to set him off. But I didn't want to get into a fight with this person. So I left. We leave. We leave the club, and as soon as we leave, there's Will.I.Am again outside of the club. He followed us outside. Then his manager, Polo, whom I have met before, from behind comes up to me, clocks me in the eye right here, and punches me 2 or 3 times. I am in shock. I just did not know what to do. I touched my eye, and it was bleeding. I see my fingertips, and I'm bleeding. I think my eye might be falling out of my head. I'm in shock. I'm carried away. Everyone's trying to avoid a scene. I'm thinking worst case scenario. I didn't know what was happening. I still am in shock, and nothing like this has ever happened before. It is unacceptable, and talk about unprofessional. I cannot wrap my brain, big or little as it may be, that a person who functions in the capacity of a manager who's supposed to be a professional would do something so unprofessional and illegal. And Will.I.Am, fuck you, because you fucking lied, you fucking motherfucker. You know very well, and I know very well, and God knows it was not a random fan that hit me. You said a random fan hit me in the video you made. You're a fucking liar. You think Fergie's happy with what happened? I hope not. I think Fergie's ashamed of you and Polo. You're shameful. You're disgusting. You are subhuman. And you know what, motherfucker? Will.I.Am, I would have had more respect for you if you hit me yourself. You're a coward. So after this happened, we leave, and we go back to the hotel. And Will.I.Am followed us to the hotel, which is where they were also staying. At this point, I'm freaking out. Why did they just follow us outside of the club? I'm attacked. I'm bleeding. And they're following us back to the hotel. I'm thinking, oh my God, this person just hit me. What if something else happens? I was in shock. I didn't know what to do. I did what should be done when someone is assaulted and when you're in fear of your safety. I called the police. Even though Gaga had a bodyguard, what if one of these people had a gun and came and wanted to do something else? So I called 911, I spoke to the police, and they explained to me that, they would try to make it, but that there were actual emergencies going on. But I was in fear for my safety, and I had been assaulted. And if you are a victim of violence, speak out. Because no one deserves that. Violence is never the answer. I could have told Will.I.Am, I hope he dies. I could have told him, I hope Fergie sits on a stick and impales herself. I could have said anything I wanted. That was not an excuse for their manager to attack me. So when the police are taking their time and they're not coming, I'm freaking out. I took to Twitter because I was in shock and I felt helpless. And that was my very public cry for help. And to all of those people who expressed concern and who called the police, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Because I am a human being. And no one deserves to be treated that way. Violence is never the answer. And I would never make something like this up or try to use something like this for press. Because I don't need it. And I don't need anything that happened. And fuck you, Will.I.Am, for lying. Shame on you. God is looking down on you and shaming you. And you know what? I may not do something that makes everyone happy or proud, but I would never hurt someone like that. And I did not deserve what happened to me. Fuck you, you fucking coward. Fuck you both. I have lost all respect for all of you and the Black Eyed Peas. And Fergie, you're fugly bitch.